Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Turning Music into Money. I am your host, Bulloh. I'm sitting here with the lovely Ms.Jj. But before we get into today's show, she's a boss, Foxtrot Radio. I would like to first give a huge shout out to Miss Ruby Johnson of Legacy A100. She has actually blessed me with the platform of turning music into money and turned me into a radio host, and I'm actually an artist. So I'm very appreciative of the platform. Thank you so much, Miss Ruby. I know you see Foxtrot Radio, and we're going to represent both, but right now this is turning music into money. But I definitely want to represent my new show that I'm on, Foxtrot Radio on the Hit Room. We'll get to that in a minute. All my previous shows for turning music into money can be found on LegacyA100.com. I've done about 29 to 30 shows so far, and they're all informational driven, and great about the music industry. So definitely check out my previous shows. Also, check out my good friend Nicole Turner if you guys are interested in contract negotiations, anything dealing with trademarking, copyrights. Definitely contact Miss Nicole Turner at booknicole@innovativebutterfly.com. Nicole is spelled Necole. Definitely tell her your good friend Bulloh sent you. Once again, the information is booknicole@innovativebutterfly.com. Also, I have a good friend, Miss Maureen Guest, who also owns a new radio station, which is X360 FM. Congratulations on her for our new purchase. And I want you guys to go check her out on IG, X360 FM, and definitely tell her Bulloh sent you. She also does open mics. It was really not an open mic. It's called a Indie Artist Exposed. So definitely go check her out, artists, if you're looking to perform, if you're looking to get yourself out there a lot more. And also shoot her your music, because she's definitely looking for more music. Also, if you're interested in having your music submitted to Pandora, contact me directly at turningmusicintomoney@gmail.com. Don't be afraid. Holla at me. I'll give you all the information. Also, finally, well, it's not really finally, because if you're looking for my music, check me out on Pandora. I got over 450,000 spins, trying to get to 1 million real soon. So check me out on the two different artist names. It's Bulloh, Doubeleo, and Dubulloh. That name again is Dubulloh. Please stop messing up my name. Thank you. And finally, check me out on my new show every first Saturday in the month. It is the Hit Room. And we have been blessed with this platform by Ms.Jj, and we are so grateful. She is the owner of Foxtrot Radio. Ms.Jj, welcome to Turning Music into Money.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate that.
We greatly appreciate it. So, first of all, let me find out how you got started within the entertainment industry, like from the beginning.
From the beginning?
From the beginning. You grew up. Tell me about your upbringing.
I was a rapper.
You were a rapper?
Yes, of course.
Talk to me now.
Absolutely.
What was your rap name?
Just a rap.
What was your rap name?
Same name. Just J. Just JJ. Just J.
JJ. So what got you into it? Just everybody?
Well, no. Actually, my brother started rapping first.
Okay.
And so then he was doing secular music at first, and then he went into gospel.
Okay.
And so he was like, you need to get on this gospel track with me. And I was like, I don't want to be no rapper. I want to be a businesswoman. And so he was like, no, you need to get on this track with me. So that's literally how it started. And then after that, we would travel with that, and we would do little different things, and I rapped for like years.
Really? Whoa. So, are you ever inspired to do more music?
No. It's gotta be an age limit sometimes.
Okay.
At least with me, not with everybody else.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
But I would hit something though.
Okay.
I would hit it though.
So you only got an older brother?
No, I have a lot of brothers and sisters.
Okay.
Yes, I have a lot of brothers and sisters. As a matter of fact, on my father's side if you actually put them both together, it's like over 20.
Okay. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people.
It's a lot. But my mother only had, 7. She only had 7, but the rest of them, my daddy.
Got to do his thing, you know what I mean? What's good, Sly? I see you checking in, man. I definitely appreciate you, man. So where are you from?
California.
Really? What part?
Sacramento.
Sacramento. What brought you to Atlanta?
It was the Lord.
Really? Talk to me.
No, seriously, seriously. It was literally God's plan for me to come. You know what I mean? Because it was just His direction, His leadings, His guidance for me. When I used to tell everyone, I said, you know what? The Lord told me to go to Atlanta. They were like, so the Lord told you to go to Atlanta? Yes. And I had just purchased a nice home. Just purchased a nice home. 6 weeks later, I was paying to get out of that house and coming to Atlanta.
You purchased a nice home in California, Sacramento.
Sacramento.
And you just got out of it?
I had to pay to get out of it. $20,138.54.
Whoa!
Yes, for prepaid penalties. But what had happened was God had already laid it out, and so I got the house. And then, but previously, before me getting the house, I felt that that's what He was telling me to do, is to move to Atlanta. But I kind of ignored it, and I went on and purchased the house. But within those 6 weeks, He made it very clear.
What were you doing in Cali?
I've always been a businesswoman and entrepreneur. And I've been in the entertainment business for like over 30 years.
Really?
So, yeah. Entertainment consultant. I started with rap.
Okay. The artist. Being an artist.
The artist. Okay. Then moved into the business aspect. And went into independent record label. Went into artist development. And then I used to put on some of the biggest concerts around the country.
Tony Poole said the Lord told him to return. I guess to return to Atlanta. So, Tony, come on back, man. If the Lord talking to you, man, definitely come on back when the Lord is talking to you.
You better take that stuff serious. Don't be joking on that stuff.
That's right.
That stuff is real.
That's right. Definitely. Shout out to Richard Hearn, man, my old high school homie, for checking in. Definitely, man. So, talk to me about you had an independent label.
I had an independent label. And that
in Cali.
In Cali.
Okay.
See, I've been in this for a long time.
Okay.
So I had an independent label. I did events, and then I was called your negotiator.
Okay.
And what your negotiator simply does is the promoters will come to me, and I would negotiate the riders for the artists and help put on some biggest concerts. Like my biggest concert was in South Africa.
Really?
Over 120,000 people.
Really?
Yeah, and I put on listen, California, Sacramento, you guys know, nobody else put on that Youthquake 1998 but your girl.
Youthquake?
Yeah.
And 120,000 people?
No, in South Africa it was 120,000.
And you went over there with it?
In California, 2 days, it was about 13,500. And this was bringing in the top gospel rappers, including MC Hammer, all for this one event.
Really? So, why did you get out of that part of it? Or are you out of that part of it?
The promotion and all that stuff, yeah, I'm basically kind of done with that.
Why?
It's just very time consuming. It really is. You know, and I'm not going to, let's just say this. I'm not going to say I'm done.
Okay.
I'm just going to say that that's probably one of the experiences that I can kind of put to the side. And if I ever need to use it again, it's like riding a bike. I can go get it back.
Got you. How many artists did you have?
4.
4. And they were secular?
2 secular and 2 gospel.
Really? What was the name of the label?
Me.
Just you?
No. It was Intervision Records.
Really?
Yeah.
Intervision Records. How many records? How long did you have it?
I gotta say, for Intervisions, it wasn't like a long length of time. Maybe about 4 years. I had it, and then I kind of moved a little bit away from that. You know, managing other people is very, very serious. Please do not be running around talking about you a manager and you don't know exactly what the manager does. It literally gives your life away.
Now, we're going to touch on 2 things. I'll let you slide with the rider part. Please explain to my audience what a rider is. You said you had to kind of fulfill the rider of the artist.
Right. Okay, like if you're an artist, independent, or if you're just a major artist, it doesn't matter, and someone wants to book you for an event, they need to book you for an event, you then send them your requirements, which is a rider, and you tell them exactly what you want, how you want it, from your water to your tea, to your drink, to your food, to your per diem, whatever it is. And what I do is the promoters will come to me and say, hey, Ms.Jj, I only have $60,000 for this concert, and I only need 3 artists, but you know, how are we going to split it? Because this artist over here is asking for $45,000, and this artist is asking for this, which is taking it over the budget. It was my job to go in and negotiate it to get it for my clients, for the promoter, to get him at the cost that he was and stay within his budget. So that's what the rider is.
Now, how crazy were the riders? They were kind of outrageous at times?
Yes.
Okay. What would people ask for?
Charter a jet.
Charter a jet.
Charter a jet. My biggest client was when someone asked me to go and get Michael Jackson.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, oh, what? At first, I didn't think I could do it.
You got Michael Jackson?
You gonna let me finish that? At first, I didn't think I can do it.
Yeah.
Because Michael Jackson has so many lawyers before you even touch him.
Yeah.
But when we finally got to like the final thing that we were ready for Michael to sign and so on and so forth, and he was requiring a lot of stuff. He was a whole lot of stuff. Rest in peace, or is it this way or this way?
I don't know. Don't get me going.
But at the end of the day, it was a lot of businessmen that had came onto the table to try to make that happen because they thought it would be a very, very lucrative investment, which it was. But Michael at the end ended up not doing it and had obligated himself somewhere else.
Really? Whoa, you are very intriguing. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is an interactive show. If you have any questions, please feel free to type them, ask them any way you can. Right now, I'm located at the Foxtrap, foxtrapradio.com. Check her out. She has apparel, everything. You definitely want to check out the Foxtrap. How many shows do you have on Foxtrap?
20.
20 shows?
Yes, and I need more.
Really? So you're looking...
Yes, we got to film in 24 hours. So we constantly looking for good shows. Not everyone can fit in the trap. And let me just say that. It's not like because the trap is just like this. If you come into the trap and you want to build your brand, then this will be a place. But if you come into the trap and you lazy and you don't want to build your brand and you want us to do all your work for you, it's not the place for you.
That's right.
We team builders over here, so we all going to work together.
That's right. That's exactly how we're going to do it. What I want to know is what all do you do? Because I just met you, has it been a month and a half ago? And you're just like on it, like all the time. Like, what is it? How can you define what you do?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't want to say, oh, I do a lot. I just do a lot. You know, I'm just busy. No, I'm not going to say that. What I would say is, there's a lot on the table, and it takes a lot to get it done. It takes a lot of faith, a lot of hard work, a lot of tears, hardly can breathe sometimes. But it's just stuff on the table that it's in front of me, and it got to get done.
That's right. That's right. So when you had the label, were you managing artists and you had the label too? That's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. That's why I say all the time when someone come in and say I'm a manager and stuff like that, baby, do you know what a manager does?
Talk to me.
Okay,
talk to me because I had a show with Do You Need a Manager? So explain what a good qualified manager does and not what the people so-called manage do. Okay,
well I'll tell you from my opinion on it because I don't know about anyone else and how their managers are, and I'm not putting your manager down or lifting your manager up. I'm not trying to do that. I can only give you my opinion only. A manager is on their game. A manager is 10 steps ahead of the artist. An artist shouldn't have to worry about anything but being in that studio. A manager is someone, if you're going to manage your career, you're going to manage your career for the best of the ability of your client. You are going to sacrifice your life. Why? Because you have their life in your hand. And so when you say a manager is this, a manager is that, because you tweet a few bit or you send me over here to a show that makes you my manager. Well, a manager, if you send me to a show, the manager is going to go previously before it. It's going to make sure everything is laid out before you even get there. A manager is going to make sure that you never have to worry about nothing. You don't have to worry about anything. Manager is going to work, especially if you have your own record label or if you're an independent artist or if you're working with a major record label. Your manager is going to make sure that they're working with those producers to make sure that you get the best that you can. I think a lot of people use the title, but when it comes to the work, you are there at that beck and call for that artist to make sure that that artist's brand is growing, that artist's brand is out there fully, and that you are invested in that artist, and you are making sure that artist is getting to the next step with no flaws. As well, you know, you still don't have flaws, but you're doing most of the work, not that artist. And sometimes managers need to come out the pocket.
Come out of the pocket? And what you mean?
pay for some stuff.
Pay for some stuff.
If you're a manager, you're going to get your percentage later.
Yeah.
And if you believe in that artist, you 100%, you believe in this artist and so on and so forth, then you'll put the money up front for that artist. And all you have to do is, keep your documentations and you'll get it back later. But bottom line is some of these managers, the artists need to go in the studio. They can't go in the studio because they don't have no money. But then the manager want to manage. What you managing?
You're right. So basically, let's see. C.J. Jernigan says, shouts out to the beautiful Julie Gordon. He also says education is a must. Queen, preach. That's what he says to you.
Thank you.
Because, I don't know. I just want to say this. I've done one show with Foxtrot, but I've seen you kind of run the show for the show. So any hosts that are looking to actually come on the Foxtrot, you would actually love it because Ms.Jj runs the show and she makes it so easy for you to just be a host. She makes it easy. So if you're thinking about becoming a host, if you have a hard work ethic and a drive, definitely reach Ms.Jj. How can they reach you, Ms.Jj?
Well, you always can call the office, 678-545-6138, or you can go to foxtrapradio at gmail.com and send an email over. And you can also get me at Ms.Jj at foxtrapradio.com.
Perfect. Because, like I said, the way you run the show here, I love it. Wayne loves it. Sonny Kelly loves it. And when it's time to go to break, she's, hey, boom, man, holding up cards, everything, the whole nine. So basically, you was doing that kind of work for the artist. You were...
Yeah. See, because none of our hosts that come into Foxtrot Radio have to worry about anything. Only thing they need to worry about, or it's not a worry, let's not even use that word. Only thing they need to do is be a host here. Let us do all your running around. Let us make sure that we do our part to make sure your brand look good. As long as our brand is looking good, we both making each other look good. So that's what it's all about.
That's right. Let me switch gears a little bit. Billy D said he digs your perspective. He digs your perspective.
Thank you.
So, what do you think independent artists need to do, or artists in general? Like, what is missing?
I would say it like this: SERIOUS.
Okay.
Taking themselves serious. That's what they're missing.
Okay. That's what they're missing.
That's what they're missing. Artists are not taking themselves serious. And the people that they're surrounding themselves with are not taking themselves serious. And to me, in my opinion only, independent artists, when they first say, I'm a rapper, I'm a this, they only see it right there. I'm a rapper, I'm a this. Well, I have this thing that I say, if you can't take 5 things out of one thing and make something happen out of it, then you need to go back to the drawing board. So if you're trying to be a rapper, give me 4 other things that you're trying to add to this rapper game and being an artist. Are you going to go here and establish a brand over here? Are you going to establish a brand over there? Are you going to build a business over here? Are you going to make sure that you're, as an artist or an independent artist, that you're handling your business by even starting a brand, starting a company, getting your bank account, and so on and so forth. So when they say artists, I don't think they take themselves serious like they can, because they have so many platforms, way more than back in the day, way more platforms. But I would say that they just don't. They don't take they serious. They don't want to build a brand. All they see is right here. And you can't just see right here.
That's right.
You got to say, okay, now if this takes me over here, will I be ready for this over here?
That's right.
And if it takes me over here, would I be ready for this? Sometimes you would be, sometimes you don't, but at least have a second A, B, C, D plan. That's what I say.
That's right. Julie Gordon asks, what are your thoughts on social media exposure?
I think it's really, really great. And this is Judy?
Julie Gordon.
Julie, I really need to personally even get on that. We have teams that are coming in for social media too. I think it's amazing. I think it's a powerful tool. But then again, I think some people on there is crazy. But that's my opinion. But as far as pushing your brand, that is what I'm saying with the independent artists. You got different platforms that can help you. Let me say this, okay, because this is how serious I am with this question with independent artists. When they come and talk to me and they say, Ms.Jj, can we play our music and so on and so forth, we're here to make sure that we help someone else. I'm always telling the host, pay it forward, okay? But you got to understand something, y'all. You got to understand one thing. Be serious. Understand what you're talking about. Know your social media can really, really be advantage for you. You may be an independent artist and you may think that you're small, but trust and believe the major record labels are big fishes. They come after the little fish. That's how they eat. That's how they survive. So if you think about it, the little fish is the one who has the power. That's what I mean about taking it serious.
That's right. That's right. CJ Jernigan says social media is about networking. Brand is everything when building an empire. That is correct, my brother. That is correct, man. Definitely tell me what you do, man, because I have no clue what you do. I would love to find out and network with you. Ms.Jj, you have a picture out. I had to do some digging because you're very secretive. You have a picture where you're interviewing the legendary Miss Aretha Franklin. I mean, that's incredible. How did that happen?
I interviewed Aretha Franklin twice.
Really?
Yes.
I'm listening.
Yes. Okay, that was the first time I interviewed her was on the red carpet at one of the Trumpet Awards. That was one of them. And then the second time I interviewed her, they had a private event, and I was so honored to be there at that private event, and I was able to interview the Trumpet Award owner, the creator and founder, and then Aretha was there.
Really? Really?
So I was able to interview them a couple times. I actually, was ready to interview her 3 times.
Really?
Yeah. Amazing, powerful woman. Amazing.
Yeah, exactly. She really is. She's an icon. I mean, an icon, more than a legend. So,
right.
How did that happen? Like, how did you work your way into that situation?
Relationships.
That's one of the topics I talk about: building business relationships.
Relationships. Just over the years, you just build relationships, and so to the point where that open door policy is open when they said, okay, Ms.Jj, can you come over here and do this? Can you do this interview? Can you do that interview? It's relationships.
Exactly. What we're going to do, we're going to start to wrap this interview up because we got part 2. But let the listeners know how they can find you on Fox Trap Radio. How can we be seen? How can we be heard on Fox Trap Radio?
Well, you can literally be heard on Fox Trap Radio. You can hear Fox Trap Radio and I'm so comfortable with saying over 122, but let me give y'all the real number. It's 129 countries, but it just sounds so good when I say over 122. But anyway, 129 countries. You can catch us 2 ways, foxtrapradio.com, or you can go to our network, which is Open Vision TV, Open Vision Networks, and you go to Channel 54. That's us all day long. Perfect.
So, Ms.Jj, do you have anything you want to say to end this episode? Because we're going to come back again very soon with part 2. But do you have anything that you want to say? Because I know we're going to talk about the play. Because I definitely want to know what's going on with the play. So anything that you are doing other than the play right now that you want to
talk about that reality show?
Oh, it's a reality show.
Yes.
Oh, we'll talk about that in part 2. Walter Gill, thank you for tuning in. So listen, this has been Turning Music into Money. She's the boss. Also, check me out next week if you're listening on LegacyA100.com. But for my Facebook family, we're getting ready to go back live again. YouTube is starting to hate, so I have to break up my videos, and that's why I have to break up my videos. Normally, I just take a minute or 2 break, and then I'm right back on. But this time, I'm going to make it a 2-part series. So, for Turning Music into Money, I'm your host, 00, with Ms.Jj. Part 1, she's a boss. Definitely.